Hi everyone, welcome to Gnan Cloud Garage. In this session, I am going to talk about mastering cloud infrastructure project handover essential checklist. So this is I'm receiving some couple of common questions. Some of our viewers requesting for what is the key items when we are handovering a project. So those I highlighted few essential checklists. These are the most commonly whenever we have any infrastructure. It's specifically to private cloud, hybrid cloud infrastructure projects when we are handovering from either day one team to day two team, or if you are handovering from some X team to Y team. These are all the common checklist items. Okay, so let's start with the first point: access management. So any project, either it is a private cloud, hybrid cloud, we must have a access management details. Access management means mainly which includes login accounts for all the servers, network equipment, storage, and also the other software tools. Whatever the tools we have, for all the tools we require a login account information and password details. And if there are any specific service account, those service account credential information also we needed. This all we call it as a access management. And another key item is architectural design document. As we are aware, for every project we have the initial days, we call it as a day zero, and then day one, day two, day three, and so on. Day zero means generally it is a initial solution design stage. So during the solution design stage, we prepare a architectural design document. That document will have a complete overview of our project design. Okay, this is also one key document. And another checklist key item is, are there any virtual machines encryption process? Some scenarios, some organizations, they may have a virtual machine level encryption policies, and some may have a physical KMS servers. KMS means key management servers. Using KMS servers also, we can do encryption on our production servers. Either it can be a web server, app server, and database server. Generally encryption recommend to enable for a database servers. Okay, it depends on the company to company, case by case, depends on the company security regulations. We will apply a encryption process. So while you are handovering, you should have this information. And backup software and schedule information, whatever the backup tool you are using in that specific project. For example, we have a separate so many backup tools such as Commvault, Veritas Net Backup, Veeam, Cohesity, Rubrik. These all the different backup software. But there is no guarantee every customer may use the same backup tool. So we should know about the backup software and what is the schedules we configured for a daily backup schedule, what is a weekly schedule, monthly schedule, and quarterly schedules. This information we must have a handy, because once the project is handover completed, we should be aware what are all the backup software we are using and what is the schedule details. And in addition, the same backup software, it will also cover, make sure this will also cover the disaster recovery and also the business continuity processes. If it is not covering, we should also ask what is the procedure for a disaster recovery, and also what is the procedure for a archival and retention policies. This information we need to gather. Okay. And another key information is configuration management database, CMDB. Generally CMDB is nothing but a whatever the inventory we have, like we have so many virtual machines, containers are running, all the assets information we should have a configuration details, like how much CPU we assign, memory, disk, NIC, and also the application configuration. All the information is covered in a CMDB. Okay. And another key item is daily, weekly, monthly reporting. Generally organizations every monthly they will maintain a availability reports and performance reports in common. And similarly they also have a daily health status reports and also weekly performance reports. And also in addition there will be some additional utilization reports or billing reports. This is common for every project. So this information also we should maintain. Another key item, data center locations. So normally every organization minimally have two data centers, like one is a data center one, another one data center two, or we call it as site A or site B or site one and site two. One is primary data center, secondary is considered as a secondary data center, or some organization they make it as a both active data centers. Minimally two, they may have more than two data centers also. So whatever the data centers we have and how many data center we are going to handle, all this information we should make it handy. And escalation matrix. So this escalation matrix means it cover all the areas. For example, within a team, within the project team, what is the hierarchy when there is any issue happen? Generally escalation matrix is like a L1 team will report to the L2, L2 team report to L3, L3 team report to the L4. That means manager role, and manager also will reach out to the next level senior management or operation director, or and so on. This is a common escalation matrix within a team. Similarly, even the every product specific, solution specific, services specific also, there will be a escalation matrix. For example, within a VMware, if you want to raise a one request, initially we'll submit a one production tech support case. That support also have a escalation matrix. If the issue is not yet resolved, we can escalate to the technical account manager. If the technical account manager also having some challenges, we'll go for a next level like SAM, service account manager, and so on. And same way for other products. Let's say if you have a F5, if you are using a F5 load balancer device, is specific to the F5 load balancer device. In case of any incident happen, what is the escalation matrix? Is specific to your country or your region or in a country, any of the support locations. Okay, this information we must have when we are taking over the project. And hardware models. So these hardware models also, it's a scenarios like we should be aware of server hardware models, network hardware models, and within a network we should be aware of what is the switch model, router models, firewalls, load balancer device models, and similarly storage devices. And if you have any of the object storages, what type of object storages you are using, and if there are any KMS servers, key management server, we should aware the model information. These and all we should have a details. And another key item is information security management process. It's all security and compliance matrices. Generally every organization have maintained some security compliance metrics. We should also have this information handy. And another information, is there any ASA? ASA means annual security audits. Organizations may have some SaaS audits, annual security audits, different model of ISO standard audits. So those audit information also we should aware. How frequently we are conducting the audits? Is it like a quarterly based or half yearly or yearly? Okay, some organization may have every half yearly, some organization may have only annual security audit, in short form ASA. And ITSM, that means IT service management process and tools. Most of the time the most commonly utilized tool is Remedy, or we can use service now. These and all considered as a ITSM tools. So ITSM process means we should be aware of what is the incident management, service management, and change management, and also the additional availability management and all comes under the ITSM process. And in addition, what is the specific monitoring tools we are using, and how we are managing the availability, performance, and what are all the configured alerts information. This information also we should collect. Okay, so monitoring tool, one example is if you are using a VMware virtual infrastructure, we can say the monitoring tool most commonly used monitoring tool is vRealize Operations Manager, but the latest name is ARIA Operations Manager. And if you want to monitor for all the centralized logs, we are using a ARIA logs, ARIA Operations Manager for logs. Okay, and the previous name is vRealize Log Insight. Recently, they changed the name to ARIA Technology. Okay, and suppose if you are using third-party software like SolarWinds NPM, SolarWinds Network Performance Monitoring, or you can also use a SolarWinds QE syslog server or any of the other centralized syslog servers. Okay. And in addition, we also have another important checklist item is OS types. So what type of operating systems we are using within our project. Like we may have a Windows different flavors 2016, 2019 and 2022. And we may also have a Linux flavors. We may also have some open source Linux distribution editions. We may also have Solaris and some are the virtual appliances. All this information and what type of versions we are managing, all this information we should maintain. And patch management and operations. Let's say if we have a Windows flavor OSS, what type of patch management software we are using? Are we using a native window Microsoft feature like Windows Server Update Service WSUS, or we may maintain a Microsoft official tool SCCM System Center Configuration Manager for patch management? And even for operations, we may also use a SCOM, or we may also plan for any of the additional tools. Suppose for the Linux environment, generally we may configure a Red Hat satellite tools, or we can also use a third party tools like GFL and God, or we may also use IBM BigFix and all. Okay, it depends on the customer's choice. So whatever the information, whatever the details we are managing specifically under project management and operations also includes like a how frequently we are doing a patching. Generally we can do monthly patching, or some organization may maintain a quarterly patching. That operation process also we should be aware. And another information, product names and license information. Product names means within this project how many products are we are using, like how many server related products, network related, storage related, backup related, application related, all the product list we should maintain. And that list also, what is the license we are using? We are using like a standard license, advanced license or enterprise license. Whatever the license we are maintaining, we should have a details of license information. Normally, we will also, in case of any license expiry, we should also plan to renew our existing licenses. Or some scenarios, we may procure a new license. And another point is projects SLA details. SLA means service level agreement. It's an agreement between client and also specifically to the our customer and also the company. So this SLA may vary from one company to another company. We should have those SLA details. What is the KPI? Okay. And another key item is security hardening benchmarks and documents. So most of the servers, even the OS, hardware equipment, everything must be security hard. We should follow security hardening benchmarks. Okay. Another key item is servers functionality and architecture information. We should also have all our individual servers functionality and specific individual. Let's say if you have database server, what is the DB architecture? If you have a multiple web servers, what is the architecture for those web servers? If you have any specific application servers, we should have a application servers architecture details. And specifically to the networking perspective, we should have a connectivity landscape, complete connectivity landscape information, including the architecture we should have. And similar to storage environment, also the application layer, monitoring layer, and each layer we should cover with functionality and architecture informations. And asset inventory list. This asset inventory list will cover the complete data center equipment, like how many racks we have, how many servers, how many network equipment, storage devices. This all covers under the asset inventory list. And another one, service request management. Even though we have a ITSM process and tools, sometimes there may be a some organization may follow different type of service request management. So we should be aware those kind of special request or ad hoc request process as well. And in addition, another key point is SOPs. SOP means standard operating procedures. If we have any initial projects during the design time and deploy or implement time, our day one team will prepare a documents for all the implementation procedures. So we should have those documents, and every monthly basis we should keep updating when you do any modifications or changes or upgrading the version. Those information we should keep maintaining up to date SOPs. Okay, for all the infrastructure layers, which cover server, network, storage, and also the application layer. And standard naming conventions. So every organization, they have their some standard naming conventions. For example, if your organization name is HPE, all servers names starts with a HPE server 01, server 02, and so on. If it is a network equipment, HPE network switch SW01, they have some standard naming convention. So those naming convention details also we should be aware, because when once you hand over the project later, if you are doing any new additions or new modifications, we should also maintain a same kind of standard naming conventions. We should not give a our own naming convention. We should follow our project related naming conventions only. And technical design documents, as similar as architectural design document, it's like a high level overview, and technical design document is like a low level design documents. But this technical design documents will cover for all infrastructure layers: server, compute, network, storage, and also the backup. In addition, we have a application layer, all layers will cover. And also the another key layer is security layer as well. And tender specs. This tender specs also very important. So most of the projects have their initial this tender information. Those tender specs documents or tender spec key items, we should have a details with us. Okay. And vendor support details. So vendor support details means, normally if you are using a hardware, this server hardware is HPE, Hewlett Packard Enterprise, we should contact a HPE tech support contact details information, whom we need to contact, who is the what is the escalation matrix. And if you are using a VMware virtualization, we should be aware of VMware support details and also the TAM information, SAM information. And similarly, other products, if you are using any of the Aruba networking equipment, so we should have a Aruba vendor information. And if you have OS information, Microsoft support details, Red Hat support details, these and all subscription details we have to maintain as part of the vendor support details. And last but not the least, templates management. So template management means every time when you are preparing a architectural design document or when you are preparing a SOP, organization may have some standard templates. We should use those template while preparing the architectural design document, like which this template may contains the company project related logos and also some kind of subheadings we should always maintain. And also there will be approval sequence and also the modification details. These all the common for every organization. If you have any specific templates for each layer, like data center locations, how we can represent, there may be some existing template. We should know where this template, the same template we can modify whenever we want. Okay, so these all the based on my experience, I highlighted all the project level handover checklist. Okay, hope this information is essential for when we are taking over the any new projects or existing projects. Okay, based on your experience, if I miss any key points later, you can let me know in the comment section. And finally, last but not the least, finally, we should also maintain a project sign off. So during the project sign off, we should also maintain post project handover. We should also have a key contact information in case of any unexpected issues or any queries. We should also, even after project handover completed or post to project handover, we should need a contact details. Whenever we need any help, we can approach to them. Okay, so this is the overview of mastering cloud infrastructure. It's irrespective of on-premises, edge location, or private cloud, hybrid cloud. These handover lists are quite common in any projects. Okay, hope you understand the overall project handover checklist details. Okay, that's it. Thank you. If you're watching this video first time, please do view, like, share, and subscribe to the Gnan Cloud Garage channel. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate all your support. Bye for now.